Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Todd coming back to you again from the front porch. We're off the usual beaten path again today. We're gonna this is just bad. We're gonna revisit some Delta 8 stuff. This is the Blackwater Delta 8 Seltzer from Weatherford. This is made in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm in Mobile, Alabama. I'm way down in the south part of the state, if you don't know, and Birmingham is up in the north part of the state. And this is citrus flavored. I looked it up on their website, and of course it's right here on the can. I don't normally like reading from the can on these things, but guess what? We're going to do it today. This thing has 15 calories. Now, I can tell you after reading everything that those 15 calories are from the cane sugar. There's no high fructose corn syrup in this thing. They seem to be pretty proud of that on the website. Everything else in here is just, citric acid and some grapefruit. It's actually, real grapefruit in here. Natural flavors, citric and ascorbic acid. It does have dextrose and fructose, but no corn syrup. So without further ado, now this one is 25 milligrams. The last one I did, if you don't already know, was 50, and I drank the whole damn thing, and that was an enormous mistake. So we're not going to do that today because I don't need another repeat performance of that. And, oddly enough, I'm supposed to make sandwiches again tonight. So, and the reason for all the sandwiches is it's summertime, and I have a big garden full of fresh tomatoes and other things, and it's nice to, use that kind of stuff up. Now look, measuring cup. I did my math on this pig. 4 OZs is somewhere around in the 8. It's a little more than 8 milligrams. And according to and according to all of the information that I read, after, that's the key word there, after I drank 50 milligrams, was that the starter dose for someone like myself who has zero experience with this stuff is 5 to 10 milligrams. So guess what? I'm pretty close to being in the middle of that. So without further ado, we'll do like I do with all my beer reviews. We'll look at the color. It's actually kind of white. And a bit cloudy. I mean, it's got really, large bubbles. It's a seltzer. I guess they all do. It smells nice. I've done some alcohol, hard seltzers on the channel. I didn't like them. Tastes like Alka-Seltzer and LaCroix, and I don't like either one of those either. I'd be lying to you right now if I told you I like that. I don't like that. It tastes like, well, I shouldn't even say I don't like it. It just tastes like water with bubbles. There's nothing pleasant. I want to say maybe I should have shaken it up, but then the damn thing would have exploded all over the place when I opened it. But it smells like it's got something there, but it just doesn't. I mean, it's like Alka-Seltzer almost. This isn't pleasant. If you heard that beeping, my damn thermocell battery just died, so I'll have to plug it in and give it a recharge, because I do, depending on how this goes, I do plan on hanging out outside a little bit this evening. It's a beautiful day out, man. It's nice down here right now. I mean, it's hot, But you know, I work outside, so I'm kind of used to it. I'm gonna tell you, if I was to drink this, you know, and do all 25 milligrams, I would use that in place of alcohol in some sort of cocktail. You know, just like leave out the gin or leave out the vodka, you know, with some simple syrup and some fresh lime and, you know, that sort of thing. Some nice mixers, and just leave out the vodka or gin and top it off with this for the bubbles and the effect. That would be my use for it, because I don't really like drinking this by itself. The Delta 8, the orange soda, that was like drinking like a nice orange soda, you know, if you like orange soda. But it was, I mean, it was 100 something like 115 calories or something, or 130 calories, because it had a lot of sugar. There isn't much sugar in this at all. Ugh. I like the can. I mean, that's a cool label. You know, that's very, you know, sophisticated. It's very masculine and strong. But what the plan here is, I'm gonna let this 4 ounces, and admittedly I probably poured 4.5, percolate for about an hour, and then I'm gonna come back out and, you know, we'll talk about where I am as far as, you know, how high I might get or not. I'm hoping for a nice pleasant buzz here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, but we'll see how that goes. And then we'll talk about some things, you know, just fun stuff about the last one I drank, and there was that video just exploded my channel, man. It just blew up, and it's just been shocking and amazing and a lot of fun to watch. And I read through just so many comments, and so many of them are just absolutely hilarious. They're really great. It's just been some of that stuff, man. People are so funny. And there was a lot of questions. I figured I'd go over some of those. But one I will talk about right now, it's a lot of people commented on my tab glasses. Well, I got those, so hell, I Googled it up. They quit making tab in 2020, which shocked me. I figured they'd quit making that a long time ago. But my son lives out in Las Vegas, and I have been out there to visit him twice since he moved out there. And one of those trips was January of 22, and he took me to one of his favorite little bars down in the Arts District somewhere. And every damn thing in there was for sale. It was all the artwork and all that stuff on the walls. And they had all sorts of little collectibles. And those, so I bought a pair. There was 2 tab glasses sitting on the shelf. I probably guarantee I didn't pay $20 for the pair. Had to have them. Couldn't leave them alone. Glad I did. They're just, I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's just glass, but they're still fun. I mean, it's not like it tastes bad. It just doesn't have much taste at all. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. Now, now that I have knocked back that 4 point whatever ounces, I'm going to be, you know, in the 8-ish to 9-ish, somewhere in there, milligrams. And we'll let it sit, and I will see you guys in, let's say, somewhere between 30 minutes and an hour. Like here on YouTube, you got to sit there and watch the clock and come back. All right? Okay. As promised, it's been right at an hour since I had. I don't know what in the world my neighbors are doing over there now. 1 hour since I had 4 ounces of the Blackwater Seltzer 25 milligrams. That measured out to 8 point some odd number of milligrams. I probably poured 4.5, so I'm probably closer to 10. Right now, I mean, this is I don't know how else to tell you. It's a pleasant, fairly light buzz going. Probably could have done the 6 and been perfectly fine, which would have been exactly half. I don't have another one of those to do, but like I mentioned prior, in the Delta 8 orange soda video, I have a cola flavored and a grape. Not looking forward to the grape because I'm not a big fan of grape. I'm curious to see how the cola one tastes. So, given all that info, there's a couple of things I've learned. Apparently, and I you know, something I probably should have thought about. Everybody's going to metabolize this stuff different, I suspect. You know, I don't know these things, but I mean, that's just a guess. It's probably a good guess. And me having zero experience, you know, jeebus. And if I stutter a little bit or have to think for a minute, because I'm a little high. So, but in a good way this time. So now, given all of that, after reading through everybody's comments and seeing how many views and the number of subscribers that signed up, it's wow. I mean, it's just been amazing. I want to thank, probably should take a second and thank everybody that hit that subscribe button, and everybody that watched the video, and everybody that left comments. It's really been a lot of fun reading everything. You know, look, I'm just an old fart, you know, that generally just drinks beer and talks about it, you know. Then a buddy of mine gave me that Crescent 9 seltzer, and it kind of got me curious about the rest, you know, about the Delta 8s and 9s in general. That's pretty cool stuff. I rather like it. It's, you know, might be something I keep around for certain circumstances. You know, I've been a beer drinker a long time. I can't imagine, you know, just putting that down forever and replacing it. But I think there's probably going to be a lot of circumstances where I'd probably do that. But, you know, when I was a young man, I did smoke quite a bit. Now, keep in mind, I'm an old fart now. So this was a long time ago, and the company that I worked for, you know, decided we're going to start random testing. I mean, they were good about it. At least they did give us all 90 days, you know, before the program was even instituted. And you didn't just come in and pee, you know, on that first day. That it's just that at some point you're going to have to go to a place that's going to require it for entry. And I used to do a lot of really heavy work in heavy industries and chemical plants and paper mills. I mean, I kind of get it. They make a lot. There's a lot of dangerous stuff in there, and you know, they just want everybody operating, you know, at their best. So I just quit. You know, never really looked back, and it was really comical there towards the end of my 35-year career there. That if we needed 2 people, you know, that could pass a drug screen, they called me and my good buddy Steven at work, because they knew. And the girls down at the medical place where we did all of them, when we walked in the door, hey Todd, hey Steve. I mean, it was kind of ridiculous. But you know, I don't plan on smoking anything, but the edibles and the seltzers, sodas, and that kind of thing, that's pretty interesting for me. But like I mentioned, I mean, you know, now I'm kind of dragging on, and I'm looking at my timer, because I'm up at, you know, 13 or 14 minutes, I think, and I don't like it, nobody wants to watch an old guy like me just talk like that for about nothing. So what I'm gonna do is wrap this one up, and I'll go ahead and tell you, I still have the 2 other ones to get to, and while we're doing that, I'll cover more of that kind of thing. And again, I just thank everybody out there for all the interest. It's really been fun to watch. And until next time, and it'll be in about a week, before I can sit down and do another one. So I suppose I'll see y'all then.